Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
How are you, Visceral? Yes, I am. The Grade 11 is developing now. Remember, everything you develop goes into your development grade, which helps your PF score. So the more items you develop, the better your PF score. So yes. Now, will I use it? No. I have no interest in spending 3,000 plus precious metals for one extra life. You know, not my business. Now, if someone wants to spend that, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But generally, no. I mean, I'm stingy with precious metals. I mean, okay, put it this way. I don't spend an additional 200 or 150 extra precious metals for my stun grenades, even though I can afford them. I still use the grade 4s instead of grade 5s. So I'm generally stingy with my precious metals. And to spend 3,000 plus on one extra life, no. Hey John, Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Infiltration successful.
Extraction arrived at the base.
I'll look at it right now and see. Once, yeah, something ridiculous like that. I know a couple. High-end players mostly. So people, you know, have there are means to get the staff required, you know, via insurance fraud and all that. So I bought almost all of mine, so there's different, like I said, there's different ideas. Oh, that reminds me, how many? $150, $145, $146. Almost all of them. I don't, okay, when I got to 162, I didn't have all S++. I had S+ and metals and everything else.
Successfully sneak your way
I did
into
two
the heart of the
things.
rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I had events and PF points and medals for my staff. So that was. I've also swapped in quite a few combat staff into Intel. So when I gave them all medals through Mission 22, combat is my favorite ghost. I've done so many combat runs that the volunteers that I earned, I farmed them out to other units. I had a block of staff at one point that was about 100 and some categories. and I wound up farming them out and putting them in different units to get to 162. So I prefer combat and R&D. I did the same thing with R&D as well. The frequency of volunteers for combat and R&D is quite high, so I was able to leverage earning volunteers with medals into filling out my units. So I've done the work and I put them together, and originally I had purchased most of mine. Let's see if I can do this. Oh wow, really? A little bit of trickery. So I earned quite a few combat staff and R&D staff, gave them medals, and when they had an extra S++, I moved them out and then replaced them with new volunteers. So that was how I was able to fill out my units with all S++ stuff. Medical also gave out quite a few volunteers. But I do know that some of my supporters did the insurance thing, and I was able to steal staff from indirect that way. So I'm no stranger to insurance fraud, but I stole, you know, I stole it from other people, and you know, that was how I was able to get to my goals. Now, of course, I turned my intel unit into a retirement home where all my special characters basically go in there, and I was able to shape it to where I could you know, use my staff in different ways. So you look at all my combat staff and R&D staff that have S++. And I've done that for every unit. It's all over the map. R&D as well. So by running combat platforms and R&D platforms and giving them medals, I had multi S++ staff. So how are you, Fabiano? How are you, Leo? How are you, Unique? It's good to see everybody today. So it's a lot of work to get to all this put together. You know, I'm closing in on 15,000 victories. You know, I don't get 10 S++ every time out. Just, you know, I don't have the ability or standing to do that every time like some people do. So, and I've had success in capturing 10 at a time, but it's rare. I don't count on that because most high level people carry insurance, and that's a bit of a drag. So. So, but most of my PF points have also gone into my intel team. How many do I have here? 39 staff members that don't have S++ in intel. They're my retirement home. So all my extra staff, you know, that have 2 medals for the girls and 3 medals for the guys and all that, I put them in there just because. And it got so full, I have to use base development for my low grade females, or my low grade staff. So these are all my low grade. So I swap them in and out every so often. And these last ones here are the mother base staff you capture. They were given to me one day when I was on stream, essentially at random. I don't know where they came from. And it just triggered one day that I had these new staff come in, and they were direct contracted. So I kept them. I don't know why, but you know, I just kept them anyways. So right now I only have my 2 favorite females, and that's what I'll be using tonight. So how are you, Jay? Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. Yeah, I have problems with Intel. I'm just not comfortable on it. Yeah, it's a great game. I'm very happy with it. Even now. Hey Lava, good to see you, man.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Whoa. This platform sometimes can be really hit or miss. Sometimes it's perfect and you can just glide through. Other times it gets rough and uncomfortable.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Don't move.
Don't shoot!
Where are your friends?
I didn't want to do that, but left me no choice.
Contact!
CP, this is Delta 3. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out. CP, this is Zulu 10. I just witnessed an attack. Zulu 10, what's wrong? Come in, Zulu 10.
Oh, that's funny. I'm not going anywhere tonight. I don't drink, so I'm going to be on here as long as I can. Hopefully I can ring in the new year with you guys.
The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out. CP, this is Zulu 7. I'm seeing smoke. There may be enemies in the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
And I'm about 150 so victories away from 15,000. So I should get that either tonight or tomorrow.
Infiltration successful.
Now once I hit 15,000, I'm going to slow down a little bit. You're going to start seeing videos of rounds that I've done. In the past. I've only got up to somewhere in my 2000th victory uploaded, and I have so many clips that I need to actually. I have a spare computer in my room that has all my Metal Gear videos on it. It has a extra terabyte drive, and that drive is almost full. So I want to put all that stuff out there so you guys can see how I do things. Some of my great successes and some of my some of my business. Because I get asked a lot, you know, why don't you do high-level bases and everything else, and why do you stick to mid-range when high-level does this, that, and the other? I do high-level bases. I've done them. I have many victories to my credit in the higher levels of the game, but most of my work is as part of nuclear weapons, and I haven't really showcased those, so I want to do that. I mean, I have one mission where I used the Molotov rifle on purpose. So, you know, I've done this, that, and the other, but I think it's time to put some of my older stuff out there for people to see. Because I started streaming in October, and I already had multiple thousands of victories by then, so
successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss.
how are you, Venom? Welcome. I won't say I have a dream, Leo. I just take it one at a time. Hey, Ashley. I know that in the early part of the year I'm going to be very busy in my job. I have a lot of work to do in the work I have, because we're short staff, and I'll be doing a lot more work. So I know until we get new people in, I have to do more work since we're short staffed. I know that going in, so I'll put it this way, I work for a government contractor. That's all I can say. So once we get more people in, my workload will be less. But until we get new people in, I get a lot more work to do. So I take it one at a time. Go out there, do the best I can. The same thing that I do on Metal Gear. One at a time. Hey, John. Once things settle down, you know, I can take a few days off and figure out what goes where. Until then, come to work every day and do my job and shut up, stupid. Hey. I used the wrong grenades. That's funny. I use smoke grenades instead of sleep grenades. Yeah.
Infiltration successful.
Extraction arrived at multibase.
Happy New Year. No, I'm on Pacific time. It's 7:53, so I got 5 hours. 4 hours. And I have drinks with me, so I went to Jack in the Box and got me some liquids. There's mines everywhere. Fires are more or less contained. There's smoke and ash in the air. It's all ugly. So we're going to be dealing with that for a long time.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival
Thanks,
PF's
Leo.
FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I believe the revenue multiplier is cut in half,
Be careful down there, boss.
or it's limited to 0.5. But don't quote me on that. I don't know for sure. Wow. That is nasty.
CP, this is Zulu 1. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
But now I got a soft alert, so Gotta manage.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Engine. I mean, through the year, had a lot of ups and downs. I've had some issues personally, but playing Metal Gear has helped deal with things quite a bit. So I'm pleased with how I've been able to make progress. Whoa. So in a sense, Metal Gear... Oh, you shit.
Infiltration failed. You're hurt. Try a little harder next time.
My timing was completely off. I mean, I had some issues personally, professionally. But I've been able to get through and make some changes and do some things and come home and turn my Metal Gear on and stream for you guys. So I know in 2016, my favorite band, Metallica, put out their latest album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Well, in 2017, that music really carried me through in a lot of ways. I owe that band so much. Being able to listen to their music and have it speak for me in certain ways and everything else. Even now, in the past month or so, I've been replaying that album in its entirety. I bought the deluxe edition off.
There's one intruder. Their objective is unclear.
Off iTunes. It comes with
that doesn't happen.
Oh, wonderful. An empty base. No problem. You guys know how much I really dislike this kind of setup. What the fuck was that? You shit.
Successful. Victory is ours. They need their heads checked trying to take us on.
Now, of course, what I did the past couple days, actually, was I actually saved all of my videos. No, I don't have. My other account is completely unconnected to this one. It's Genie Sky. Yes, I've seen that too. I've cracked their base already. I've taken all my videos that I've saved and put them on my computer. So my PS4 hard drive is empty right now. It only has a couple of videos that I've taken today and late yesterday. I had 100 and at its highest I had 140 gigabytes of space taken up by videos. So I don't deal with training videos, training sessions. So I had 140 gigabytes of videos that I had to edit down. And the folder is .7 gigabytes. 256 videos. So eventually I'm gonna organize them and then upload them to YouTube. So Should I rip this guy? Should I? I should, huh? And I've beaten Jeff already, so I don't like I don't like to hit people multiple times. If I succeed, I'm not gonna hit Jeff again, you know. But that's how I do it, anyways. I don't know. And I don't want to find out. I just want to get to him once. Hopefully I can do it, no traces. Hopefully.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them.
No, I'm not a
Meeting the
lethal
new
ghoster.
recruits, boss.
I'm a phantom.
Be careful down
They
there,
think
boss.
they see me there, but they don't know for sure. So they go looking. And when they go looking, I'm already gone. I gotta say, I loved how that looks. For some weird reason. I love the fatigues look. It speaks to me for some weird reason. In fact, right now my girls are in fatigues. Because that guy whose nuke I stole, I actually want him to get his staff back. And he's already failed twice. So I made it easy for him. Put my girls in fatigues. May not have the honey badger in my emblem anymore, but I don't care. I stole his nuke. He defended. I got to the core. Is there literally nobody here? I'm not going to use my Nocto.
Infiltration successful.
Simple.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
$12 million heroism. Can't believe it. Hold your damn horses. I'm always good for mid-range when it comes to medical. Of course, I prefer
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB.
I prefer
Capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
mid-range for medical because the confines of the platform are harder to negotiate with no traces. So I have to snipe the guards and all that. In mid-range, I can just gas them. So, but yeah, Genie Skywalker, I hit their R&D base, and it was a little more complex than I wanted it to be, but I made it, and that was the important thing. Oh shit. Pay attention, pay attention. I know you're coming. Oh, you shit, really? Fine, be that way.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
I'm not perfect. I was answering a text when I was doing that, so my flow was off. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Really? I can see that. I personally prefer being a phantom myself. I'm not very partial to the killer style of play. Predominantly because of demon points, which I just do not want to accrue.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Okay, fine. If you're gonna be that way, let's really fuck it up. Bastards!
Infiltration failed.
Focus, damn it, focus!
Try a little harder next time.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, demon points. Okay. They're hidden in the background. You don't know that they're there until you turn red and your horn grows. Since you can't quantify how many demon points you have, you know, you don't know what's acceptable killing and what's not, you know, what is and what isn't. So I just try and be positive and ghost my way through. I need to do another medical. No. And this morning I did something that is almost I would say it's probably one of the most unique accomplishments I've ever made. I did it has to be non-lethal. Fine, be that way. I did a level 72 combat base, and I fired exactly one shot, knocked out one guard, and did not cause a soft alert. So I gassed, I used the riot pistol, grade 10, on one guard, and nobody noticed he was down. And I snuck through the entire base. This guy had mines, and his mines and cameras the same way 3 times.
Successfully
So
sneak
I
your way into the
went
heart of the
underneath
rival
each
PF's
time,
FOB,
got to
and you
the
can capture staff from them.
the
We're looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
the core platform, and then ghosted my way to the top without shooting anybody. So I did a 72 with one shot. That's pretty close to, that's as close to no traces as you can get on a base like that. There was no, I didn't have a choice. I was hemmed in by my route. You fucking hermit shit. I had to put the guy down. He was staring right at me, and if I got down off the ledge I was on, he would have seen me. But no one noticed he was down, and I made it to the core without any interference. So when people say, can you do no traces on a 70 plus? Yes, I can. But that's entirely dependent on how the base owner has their mines and cameras set up. I have no control over that.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Earned 119,000 points off that one mission.
Picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
What's going on?
CP, this is Delta 1. We'll investigate immediately.
I'm right here.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate. CP, this is Delta 9. We'll investigate ASAP. Out. CP, this is Delta 1. We've arrived at the scene. Checking things out. Over. CP, understood. Check your surroundings. Out.
How you doing, Gloomy? Good to see you, man.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Delta 6. Heard an explosion. Location unclear. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, stay on guard and find any intruders. Out.
Okay, man. I got lucky. So this guy had his mines and cameras the exact same way 3 times.
Infiltration successful.
So I was able to crack it. And if they have an absolute bridge block, then no traces is invalidated, because you're gonna blow up a mine anyways. So now my 65s that I've done, exploited is not the right word. I read the guy's defenses and reacted accordingly. Both of them left spaces for their mines in the wrong spots, and I was able to get through without firing a shot. But it's entirely dependent on that individual's layouts. I have no control over that. And using C4 or knocking out a guard and planting C4 on him or anything else, that invalidates no traces. So that, even if I could do that, it wouldn't matter, because it's just not part of how I do things. Really? I almost... In fact, I thought about this one day. I thought about taking the volunteers that I get like this, that I have no use for, and putting them in my security team. So people can look at him, hey, he's got this, let's steal him. And then it sends an automatic defender notice. But I like having girls better. Now, Leo, I've worked with Gus on his base already. I don't do it for real. I would never infiltrate one of my supporters, ever. That's a line I will not cross. I actually support booty, but I won't. Yeah, that's a bright line that I won't cross. I can do in training with their approval, but that's, you know, that's a whole different thing. And Gus has watched me train on his base, so he knows how I operate. Okay. The big banana. Excuse me. It is wonderful to use. I've only used it maybe 5 or 6 times, and I've only really did it on a standard infiltration once. I did a level 70 nuke base with it, and it killed the UAVs quite easily. Well, anybody who has a absolute bridge block or something that sends a defender notice, I can deal with custom mines, I can deal with custom cameras. But when you set up a block like that, and there's no way for me to get around it without glitching, that's a, you know, that's an issue, you know. But that's its whole purpose, is to deter and or defeat intruders by sending defender notices, so they can come rescue their base from being attacked. Of the successes I've had,
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I would have to say
Be careful down there, boss.
there's a couple people that come to mind. David Weldstar TBM, when he was 4th in PF ranking, he had 4 nukes and S++ guards, and I was able to crack his base pretty well, and his setup was very ingenious. I've beaten a couple other guys that are that high ranked. I would have to say though, my best infiltration is probably the water pistol challenge on Livewire Space. Even though I used Venom and had that extra safety margin, I had no, according to the challenge, I had no help. And I was able to beat a 71 base with 12 mines and 3 cameras without firing a shot, without interacting with the guards, without using marking, without using Nocto. I used the box, but it was the water resistant box, not the smoke box. So it took all of my knowledge to crack that, and it worked. And I was very, very pleased with how that turned out. It's on my channel. John K had issued that to me, and Unique went over some of the details, and I first tried it on your base, Gloomy, and I failed, and it gave you a wormhole to me that your friends decided to walk right through for a few days until it closed. And I had already beaten most of Livewire's defenses once before, but Resin had come to defend the first time I tried it. And I went underneath the bridge, and the way his camera and mine setup was is that he was going to get a defender notice. And by the time I had got to the core platform, he arrived and took me down because I had no weapons. I was just sneaking around, you know, willy-nilly, not dilly-dilly. So it was problematic. It was not a lot of fuss. So doing my 265s with no traces are what stands out to me, because I don't expect to find something like that very often. And I've been fortunate enough to pull that off on 2 different platforms for 2 different people.
Infiltration successful.
Because when you think about it, at that level, they have the upgraded anti-theft devices, the cameras move faster, the mines are powerful, the guards are S plus or higher, S plus or S plus plus. You know, ostensibly they move around better, they're supposedly better for you, but I was able to beat them without firing a shot. So there's something to be said for that kind of accomplishment. It invalidates many precepts people hold about having high-level equipment. But I've also failed many times too, so it's not like I'm some superstar. You know, I've had my share of mistakes, I've screwed up, I've had runs go completely haywire on me. So I don't take it for granted. Go out there and do the best I can and let the chips fall where they may. Yes. I mean, that 72 that I finished this morning was a pleasant surprise because I knocked out one guard and no one noticed. Oh, he went back to the original. I did one guy, Japanese player, on stream one day. He was a level 78 and he had one nuke, I think it was. And he had one nuke, so I went and took it in front of people who were watching, and they were like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Wow. Well, let's go at it and see what happens. You know, using Snake like I always do, because the big man himself is only suitable for nuclear weapons. I don't deal with other people anymore when it comes to nukes.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I mean, I can't get my dolphin dive right anyways, so sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I won't.
Be careful down
So
there,
that is
boss.
70.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
And someone asked me the other day how I was able to
Special alert. Defend your
get
position.
through the mines and everything else without firing a shot or setting them off. And I said to them that looking at a bridge block and figuring out a workaround in real time is part of a ghoster's toolbox. Oh, really? Oh, motherfucker. You ruined it! Oh, I'm really in trouble now. I don't believe this. You had to mess it up. You had to mess it up, didn't you?
Contact!
Thank God for auto aim.
Hostile!
Breathe deeply.
CP, this is Delta 1. Seeing smoke. Possible enemy attack. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
No, wrong way.
Special alert. Defend your position. Out. CP, this is Delta 9. We may have an intruder. Go
is not my normal thing. Can you tell?
CP, this is Delta 9. Got something worth checking here. How should we proceed? Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. All units. Special
I mean, I've never seen
out.
Owatah
CP, this is Delta
ever.
6. Got something worth checking here. Please
I've seen Memo on more than one occasion.
understood. Tighten security and stay alert.
I've actually defeated Biostats guy by playing defense.
Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Check your surroundings. Out.
But that's... Hurry up. You know, I don't see very many top 10 players. Alright.
CP, this is Delta
Works.
6. Got something worth checking here.
Man, that clown really messed it up for me.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Zulu 2. Got something worth checking here. Please advise. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. CP, this is Delta 1. Did a check of the scene. There's nothing here. Over. This is CP. Understood. Return to your post. Over. CP, this is Delta 6. Signs of enemy
I've only
activity.
been on Devil Dog's base one time.
This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes open. Out. Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go in.
And even then, I didn't really care. Because
Got something worth checking here.
he's a hero of mine.
Over.
I didn't put any heart into it.
Tighten security and stay alert.
I've beaten him once.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Zulu 4. Something worth looking into here. Please advise. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert.
He does that.
Out.
Hell, my girls are in swimsuits. Right now, they're in fatigues.
This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
Yeah, I didn't have the heart to take on his base. I didn't try and figure anything out. I don't think he even got off the starting platform. Take a break, go to sleep.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
You know, but I've seen some high-level people in my time,
One of us got knocked out here.
especially this year.
This is CP.
And I've gotten better with the riot pistol.
Out.
There was a time where I didn't use it at all, but I do now. And cracking high-level combat bases is something I enjoy.
Infiltration successful.
This is CP. Understood.
If I can get 6 digits, I'm saving that clip. Those are the rules. I mean, I've faced Memo many times in defense. Well, originally it was... I developed it, I tried it out, and it only had 8 shots, so that wasn't really operative for me at the time. And it was expensive. Yeah. I have those too. Earning 40K with Venom. Yes! Save that clip! Save it! Good old days. I mean, I have on my external terabyte drive, I have I don't know how many videos of my early infiltrations. Every nuke base I've done is saved. I've done practice runs on people's bases that I've saved. I've worked with people on their mine layouts and everything else. I mean, Gus was amazed to see how I was able to do his base. He had no idea how I did it until I showed him. I think the first time I've done 4 nukes at once more than 10 times, but those are rare, and even though I save all my nukes, my nuke runs anyways, whether they succeed or fail, those ones with 4 nukes are always the special ones.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff.
And I have a couple
I'll be looking forward to meeting
where the defender arrived after the nuke is gone, and I still execute perfect stealth. So
Be careful down there, boss.
I remember once I went on a Nini's base. He had it on security challenge, level 40 swimsuits, and everything else was, you know, high-end equipment. And I was able to get through his combat base, but I killed one of his guards because I gassed the platform, and his mine setup killed the guard because it was wearing a swimsuit. So it wasn't perfect. But just being on that legendary player's base was enough for me, even though it was level 40 in the swimsuits. So okie doke, man. Happy New Year. Now I do remember the first time I did no traces. I was using one of my S++ base development guys, and I was using the FOB mode to give them medals. You do 3 medals and or three missions, and they get a medal. So I went on the South Pacific base development mid-range, wearing the Parasite Mist fatigues. So I'm wearing white, and I happened to make it through without firing a shot. But I didn't really dedicate my time to learning how it worked until later on, after I stopped meddling my staff. And then once I figured it out, I can't do it any other way. Like it has to. I prefer long range now. And screw you too. And hurt me.
Infiltration successful.
With a suspicion mark and the guard standing there. That's how you do it. No traces. All zeros. Of course, one of my most notable runs was the first time I played without reflex on. I turned it off after getting a couple of level 60s nuke runs get messed up because of the reflex triggering, so I turned it off. And I ran into a guy that I had known previously on a forum that I participated in. He also played this game, and I found his base by accident. It showed up in the first tab. So I was in the full swing of no traces at the time. So I took on his base and I beat it. And this is a guy I had long drawn out arguments with way back when. So it was good to get past his base, because I never liked him as a person. And it was good to get that under my belt, I guess you could say. I later ran into him again on my alternate, and I wasn't paying attention, and I died. 39. K-zeros. I've done nuclear weapons with my Mizrav defense loadout. I didn't kill anybody in that one. The first 4 nuke base I had was a level
Successfully sneak your
59.
way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
So I'm closing in on 15,000. the first win without reflex is 2341. And it has a date listed as July 2016. Although I'm not sure that is accurate. So let me see if I can scrounge that up. Yeah, I wore the Parasite Mist score uniform for that guy.
This is Delta 3. Just found one of us knocked out. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, we may have intruders. Out.
And in a perverse kind of way, soft alerts actually make combat easier if you can get to the core platform without getting spotted. Because guards don't really move around as much. They're focused on their danger spots and nothing else. It doesn't have a date on it. Excuse me. Use some Nocto just in case. You know what? No. I just sent a defender notice because I wanted to be cute. I gotta hustle. Man, I'm all over the place today. Come on.
Could be enemy activity. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
Infiltration successful.
Yeah, I put him in the water. Level 60. '57s, '59s, '60s. Remember, at the time, I stayed out of high-level bases, especially if they were sniper bases. So my skill set was very limited at the time. 3,000 wins in was my level 70. 4 nukes. Guy's name was Tona0626. He had 14 nukes at the time. S plus, S security, grade 10. 3 cameras, 12 mines. That was I think that was my first level 70 or higher. And I used the Molotov on that mission. Stole 4 nukes, made it to the core. 57,000 points. So I used Snake on that run, so now I've practiced on my supporters' bases just to see if I could do that water pistol challenge, and I've had some success, but not all the time.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits.
Like I said, it boils down to what they have as their mines and camera setup.
Be careful down there, boss.
Ooh, sorry about that. I was almost completely past him. But it's always a treat to crack a base, no traces, regardless of their security level. I enjoy that. I mean, yes, some of the bases I infiltrate are crap, but still, to leave just 2 lines in the security log is a big deal to me. And I aim for that every time out. But as a esteemed friend of mine who works in the military says, the enemy has a vote. And they vote with their cameras and mines and all that, so Got to take that into consideration. But as a ghoster, or in my case, as a phantom, that's part of your toolbox. Not just the weapons you bring with you and your tactics, but your mindset and quick thinking and anticipation. All those things are details that need to be developed over time. It's just like any skill, you know, in life or business or personal. Whatever skills you have, you've honed them over the years to get good at it. And I've done that. And some people have been able to improve their games because of what I've been able to stream and everything else. So I find that very therapeutic and very beneficial. Alright, all zeros. Hopefully. Yes.
Infiltration successful.
I'm a phantom.
Extraction arrived at database.
I did ghost one guy's base once. I fired maybe 3 shots because I had defended one of my supporters against a guy and his name appeared in the indirect list. So I ghosted his base, didn't do a lot of interaction. He sent me a message saying, "How did you do that?" I go, "Well, how did I do what? How did you beat my base?" I go, "Well, it's not that hard. You have a layout that I know very well, and I was able to beat it. So, what else do you need to know?" Sometimes people don't want to listen. Really? Fine, be that way. But even though I beat him once, I can't take him for granted. I always gotta do the best I can.
There's one intruder. Their objective is unclear, but if they make it to the heart of the FOB, they'll capture staff from it. You've got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Is there any reason why this base is the way it is?
Victory is ours. They need their heads checked trying to take us on.
Should I kill all his guards? Should I do that? Should I be a really bad person and just kill all his guards? Well, first you have to develop the S1000 shotgun. Okay, so you start out with the grade 2, and as you develop it, the grade 3, 4, and 5 open up, and eventually the 7 opens up. So why is that base empty? Can you say why? Because that base has no guards on it. And he's not good enough to steal them all. Excuse me. All right. Could I do it completely stealthy? Could I? No, that's alright. Low grade. Low grade.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Just doing it for the resources.
Be careful down there, boss.
If he does it, okay, how about this? If he does it again, I'm going to use the Molotov on him. Of course, these low-grade bases have just one real benefit to someone like me, and that's what you get at the end of the mission. It's the only reason I'm on this base. It's not for the points. It's for the resources you earn after you're done. got lucky. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit of luck. Sometimes it's the reflexes. I tried playing with auto aim off, and I had problems. So I turned it back on. If I'm a bad person for that, well, so be it.
Successful.
This is CP. Understood.
Extraction arrived at multibase.
Okay. Well, it's again, in my experience, because I'm always moving the camera around to see where what my surroundings are doing. I'm usually in a position to knock out somebody anyways. And the slowdown that you would get from reflex mode gives you that momentary reaction time to train and fire on them. The auto aim helps in my experience anyways. I really wish they gave out females. It's a damn shame that they don't. Well, I've been without for so long that in terms of reflex mode anyways. But you know what, let's options. Let's play with it a little. Chicken hat off. On. Of course, that means you can really rush up on people too. I was watching somebody one day, I forget who it was. They're a pretty high level player, and they had reflex on, and I'm like, really? You're in top 500 and you have reflex on?
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Now, of course, in single player, it's a lot of fun. I'll say that much.
Be careful down there, boss.
Seeing guards react to you with slack jaws and eyes bugged out in fear. Yeah. Oh, of course. I agree. I mean, you can do what you like. You know, everybody has their own codes of conduct. I mean, look at what some people give grief for about the grade 10 wormhole. You know, I use it. It's part of my loadout because it's cheaper than the grade 9. But some people, you know, hang their hats on the grade 9 and everything else, and which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't like the expense of using precious metals and golden crescent. I would prefer to use easily replaceable common metal and minor metal, because I hate Intel. I always will hate Intel. There it comes. Wow. That was kind of lame. Dolphin diving sucks. Let's see how this works. Should I have to use a flaming buffalo?
Don't let your guard down. Out.
You know who taught me who taught me the mental part of it? Believe it or not, Devil Dog. He was doing some kind of FOB tutorial with pseudo subtitles, and his subtitles were what worked for me. It was weird. I can't even describe what video it was. But it worked. I was able to internalize the process. Wow. Okay. Mentally internalize the process because of those subtitles. And I have a couple of runs. No, I've seen his, and I was not able to internalize it for whatever reason. I know he did it at Novigrad Airport, and he's doing it in battle dress, and it's for some reason it's not working for me. So I never did it, even though I watched that video more than one time. And you know, George put out a video that had something to do with his version of FOB school. And his subtitles were, dive, aim, crouch. But for whatever reason, I was able to internalize it because of that. Weird, I know. It's totally random. So, what success I have with that is due to Devil Dog and his thing. Flaming Buffalo. Intel. Well, the practice that I got was from doing it in single player when I was farming something or other. I forgot what I was farming. But I was practicing in single player and it tripped out. It worked for me. And now I can do it a little bit. I can't do it all the way. Longer reflex mode time.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival
Ponytail
PF's
girl.
FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I had a period where my internet wasn't working very well, so I'd be offline for over a weekend because the modem didn't work. And I was playing single player, farming Walker Gears and whatnot. And I was doing it with my staff, giving them medals, and it worked. It's like, okay, this works. That's the point. But then I ran into a different problem, in that my timing has always been predicated on crouch walking. And with dolphin diving, my timing is faster. So I'm arriving at places where I'm anticipating UAVs or cameras or whatever, and I have to wait for them to catch up. And then I can bypass them without a problem. So there's some consideration there for doing it. Not too bad. But then again, I'm not looking up. I'm not seeing anything, so... See, usually that UAV disappears before I get here. But because I dolphin dived, I'm faster. Oh, wow. I forgot to have reflex on. Yeah, George showed that RGL spam video where the guy dolphin dived through his attacks. And he was screaming, I can't believe it, I can't believe it, it's not working. Take that. God bless reflex mode. So. Two S+ volunteers. That works. How are you, Julio? Happy New Year, buddy. Good to see you. It's kind of funny. I've watched George's videos for a long time. I've only been on his base once, and I've only faced him on defense once. And I beat him. I got lucky. He killed me twice, but I was able to beat him. But I haven't ran into him since that time. I mean, we make jokes about being legendary players, but he's one of those who did it his way, and a lot of people drew inspiration and or copied his style. So hats off to you, George. 867. Okay. Options. Off. Well, I've only seen Biostats guy once, and that was a long time ago. And I don't have, well, he's the boosting king. I don't have a wormhole to Memo at the moment. So I'm not able to just dial up his base and hit it and whenever I want. I had to put it on the record. He is ranked first, but we all know his issues. So yeah, that's fine. I hope he's able to relax and unwind. Excuse me. I was really happy for Memo when he got the first.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I mean, I've watched Unique streams, and his dolphin diving is astounding. You know, I can't hope to match that kind of speed and skill. I love her voice. I really do. Oh, you had to mess it up. I'm looking at you. Get in my way, clown. I can't believe this. No camera. Perfect.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
Not too bad.
Mission successful.
Sloppy, but hey.
Extraction of live tech database.
It takes all kinds. Happy New Year to you, Steven. Hope you're having a good time. And a volunteer! Stingy support gives me a volunteer. And no PF skill, but that's fine. I don't care. I say support is stingy because at one point I did about 400 rounds of support and didn't get a single S++ volunteer. I was beside myself with anger. It's like, you know, I'm doing everything right and it's not working. So I stopped. I wasn't going to mess with that anymore. And then I came back to it and it started giving volunteers, so maybe it's a cycle of some kind. Got his goodies all the way spread out. That's fine. Gotta go big and
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess.
Be careful down there, boss.
He just takes up a spot. He's essentially useless.
Special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Which pisses me off, but that's just, again, as John says, that's the way the cookie crumbles. These goddamn dominoes. And I have the wrong box set up. It's a waste of resources.
Infiltration failed.
Not too bad.
Try a little harder next time.
Not too bad. Well, Code Talker's part of the story, man. Come on. Have a heart. Now, should he be in your units? Actually, no, he shouldn't, but you know, whatever. You know, he has no other function. Oh, I got 2! Oh, that's good. I am very pleased. I've been looking for another one. Okay. Gotta make a decision here. Who gets the boot in terms of direct contracts. I've been looking for another Ashen Platypus. When you give her a medal, her her starting staff bonus is 2.0 and she drops to 1.86 and she can take a decent amount of damage. So that is a very pleasant surprise. Let's use her. Actually, base development. I need to reset for a second. She got the bun in her hair. Now, of course, if I had had the smoke box, that would have been more helpful. That smoke cloud does wonders.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
She doesn't have the voice I wanted. Yeah, this is the layout I first did No Traces on. Thank God for low-grade anti-theft sensors. This is mid-range, right? Man. Really? The luck ran out. Yeah, and then some. Take a seat. You know what? No. Get up.
Infiltration successful.
I came close.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah, I've tried to farm a different looking Ashen Platypus. She occurs naturally in single player, Mission 9. But once you collect her, and if you put her under direct contract, she does not appear in Mission 9 under any circumstances. I've tried a million different ways, and she does not appear. She's the prisoner in the jail cell in Waxin Barracks. She doesn't appear as the drug developer, so I'm fortunate enough to find a second one, and I did that through medical runs. What do my numbers look like? Not too bad. Don't worry about it. And she was my first high-level character that I used specifically for espionage points. Which is a 1.86 staff bonus rating. Let's go completely different. We'll gas the whole platform by hand. Excuse me.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
So we're going to do it a little differently. Instead of using the shotgun, we'll use only the riot pistol.
Be careful down there, boss.
I just have to do 10 knockouts and then I'm good to go.
CP, this is Delta 1. Seeing smoke. Possible enemy attack.
I got lucky.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. All fire teams, this is CP. We may have a situation. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
I knew you were there, you son of a bitch. I knew it. Thanks for horses.
CP, this is Zulu 6. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes open. Out. CP, this is Delta 6. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
Better take a look. Follow me.
CP, this is Zulu 1. I'm seeing smoke. There may be enemies in the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out. CP, this is Zulu 1. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Check your surroundings. Out.
What's going on?
CP, this is Delta 1. Seeing smoke.
Infiltration successful.
Over.
Not too bad.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
E ranks, yeah. More or less. That's fine. That's fine too. I remember it took me 3 tries to do one combat base using the Gray 10. I was gassing people, and the first 2 times I used it, I failed because I missed something or someone saw me or whatever. The 3rd time, it was clean, and I was able to hand gas my way to the core. So there was some learning curve there, yes. Ooh. Now I use it all the time. We'll see. If this guy has a flaming buffalo on there, I'm going to steal it. Hopefully.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Better check it out. On me. Got it. Hostile! Fire!
We're engaged with an enemy force.
Infiltration
Lame.
failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
That's where dolphin diving gets me in trouble. I'm working on getting better at it, and sometimes the guards will notice, and when I stop and get ready to move to attack them, they see me. Wisdom.
sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
That's helpful. Yes, I've gone up those stairs by accident more than once. So, sometimes it happens. Gotta deal with it as it comes.
Where are your friends?
Where are your friends? Talk. Where are your friends? Yes, that amuses me. What can I say? I'm a silly person. Aw, man. Son of a bitch.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
Oh. Blow. Thankfully, no wormhole. Where are your friends? Bunch of nonsense. How hard is it to get one more victory? Pretty damn hard, I guess. Several. I'll say that much. Several. I do a fair amount of screwing up. That gets me a wormhole. But fortunately, most of the wormholes that I leave are for bases that are abandoned or unused. It's rare that I will leave a wormhole on an active player. Because when I do, their buddies come knocking. So, I mean, nuclear weapons are always fraught with danger, so...
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful
Excuse me. Well, for a couple of people who have attacked me more than once, I don't want to get into it with them. You know, if I fail, let's say John, let's say I fail on your base and you get a wormhole to me. You come on my base and ransack my staff and steal containers and everything else, and you get caught and you leave a wormhole back. I'm not going to go through it, especially if you have a high level base, because even though I can do the work required, I don't have as much fun on those kind of bases as I do with my normal routine. Especially given my play style, where I don't like to interact. You know, I could put down every sniper that's out there and I could gas people. You know, well, you'd have an easy time because I have no mines or cameras. If you can't get past a bunch of girls in fatigues, then you got a problem. So, okay. Spectator, doorman, pipe fitter, pipe keeper. They're kind of silly. Especially since sometimes you'll see the same face with different skills. Because I have several girls that look the same. Well, if you use Mission 23, the White Mamba, the prisoner you extract from that village that you started in Mission 13, the prisoner in there gives out a really wide selection of faces.
Extraction arrived at Motorbase.
I mean, you'll get white girls, you get black girls, you get Asians, you'll get all kinds of stuff, but they all have the same skill, and that's the gunman skill. And when I first did a base with female guards, that was what I used. I'm actually starting to fall asleep, if you can believe it. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning. Went to a football game, Raiders, Chargers. Had dinner. Kind of out of it right now. Sizes. What do you mean sizes? You want big girls out there? What's wrong with you, man? .86. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think after not this mission but the next one I'm gonna cut it for tonight. My eyes are starting to close. So I'll be going to sleep soon. It's been a long day today.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB. Capture
Excuse me.
staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Yeah, the prisoner in Mission 23, I was impressed with how many different kinds of faces I was able to collect. So this will be my last one for tonight. My eyes are getting heavy and I don't feel good. So when I finish it, I'm gonna knock off for tonight. I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know when. I'm not going anywhere. We have the day off from work. So I'll be on tomorrow and we can start something new. I will be doing FOB school for command platforms either later in this week. I don't know exactly when, because I've done everything else and command is the only one missing. So be on the lookout for that. I think it was Gus who told me that he has trouble on command, so we're going to work on that. I love that sound. I mean, you would think CP would notice that the security cameras aren't working, but obviously not. There's no reason it should be down. Well, there's no reason for the camera to be off. How about that? Inconsistency, inconsistency, inconsistency.
What?
Okay, that works.
Infiltration successful.
Let's get stoned. Okie doke. That will be it for 2017. Next time I see you, it will be 2018. So if you've already celebrated it, Happy New Year. I'm going to be asleep when the clock rolls over. So I appreciate all of you very, very much for joining me as I've learned how to do this whole streaming thing and being patient and everything else. So have a very happy new year, and I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I'll be on tomorrow. So thank you for a great 2017 and happy new year, and we'll bring in 2018 in grand style like we always do. Have a good one.